So many different Pixar sequels and prequels, and still no Incredibles 2. Monsters University is the prequel to Monsters, Inc. This is where we get to learn how Mike and Sully became buddies at the first place. They're at a university that's all about the scare games and learning how to be the best scarer, and you have to learn how to scare children in the best way possible. And the film kind of turns into a bit of a competition movie where they're in this thing called the scare games, trying to be able to do their best to compete against other teams who are trying to prove that they are the scariest monsters, they have the most scares in them, that they can be the most fearsome monsters and scare all the children of the world, basically. And the difficulty here is that we have Mike and Sully sort of competing with each other for a while. We get to see how they became friends, because at first they're kind of enemies. But there's also some underlying themes in the movie where Mike isn't sure if he's scary enough, and Sully is the big scary beast and everyone loves him, but he doesn't have the smarts that Mike has, and so they have to kind of learn how to work together and make their team be the scariest team in all of Monsters University so they can impress the big evil dean, this giant dragon lady who's, you know, the scariest thing to ever walk the planet for these people. Now, I saw Monsters, Inc. when it first came out, and I really enjoyed it, but it was never really like the one that I played over and over again like Toy Story was. I still enjoyed the film, though, and so I was looking forward to see where these characters were going to go, even though they weren't really going to go someplace, because this is a prequel, and so we get to see how they get to where they eventually go, which is what we've already seen. And I just basically described what a prequel is in an incredibly unnecessarily convoluted way. I apologize. This is a prequel. And it's not bad at all. I actually really enjoyed Monsters University. Pixar's been on a string of mediocrity lately, and I think this is a good way to kind of turn it around, because it's something that appeals to the Pixar fans, because Monsters, Inc. is one of most people's favorite movies from Pixar. And this is a way to kind of not just only cash in on that, which I know I'm sure they're thinking of, but also be able to tell a story that's a little bit closer to Pixar fans' hearts. Because in my mind, their past few films have been disappointing. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Brave. It just wasn't really what I wanted it to be. But Cars 2, not a fan. Not a fan at all. And later this year, I'm going to have to review the Cars spin-off, Planes. Cha-ching, Pixar, good job. Monsters University actually has a large amount of heart in it that was kind of infectious towards me, especially towards the third reel of the movie. Do people say third reel anymore? I don't know, I do. Towards the third reel of this movie, I was like, you know what, I'm actually really getting into this. It is a little bit cliched how it kind of goes the Billy Madison route, except for monsters in a cartoon where you have this competition and you have to prove yourself and prove your smarts and prove your scariness. I get it that they were going for that, and it made the film fun and entertaining, and it was cool to see how all the characters came together, but it was a little bit cliched. I feel like it's unnecessary at this point for me to tell you that Pixar's animation is beautiful, but it is. It's very, very good. The score is also really great. I really enjoyed that aspect of the film too, but it's just nice to see these characters get together and you can see how they all come together. And it is a pretty funny movie. It has a good sense of humor to it. It's just nothing terribly remarkable until really the last half and onward. The first half of the movie was just, it was fine. You know, you're watching the movie and you're like, okay, this is an enjoyable movie. I can see taking your family to this movie and enjoying it with your kids. But towards the last half of the movie, it actually really started to pick up. You got into the competition, and I gotta say, without spoiling it, the last 15 minutes of the movie were very unexpected for me. I really didn't think it was going to go in the direction that it went. And I really gotta give the makers of this film praise for that, because it definitely sidetracked from where I thought it was going, and it really did actually surprise me. For that reason, I'm going to give Monsters University a B. I think that it's a fun family film. It has great animation. It's not a remarkable Pixar movie. It's just a good time, and I think your kids are going to love it. And if you are a parent, you're not going to have a hard time watching it either, I think. That being said, what did you guys think of Monsters University? If you saw it, let me know below, and thanks as always for watching, guys. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.